Hey there everyone, it's Kelly with kellyscards.ca and welcome to this fifth and final card in my everyday card kit number 14. So when I saw these papers, I went crazy because I thought, oh, these are such calming and soothing papers. I just really loved the color that is in this paper line, and this is from a Bo Bunny paper line, and I love the papers so much that I decided to make something kind of relaxing, kind of spa-like. And I've got this wonderful image that basically I photoshopped and colored to match perfectly. And I really love how all of this is gonna go together. So we're gonna start with this piece here, and we're gonna add this. And I like to add the strip down just to add more interest to the card. You could just add a ribbon when putting cards together like this, but I really like to add another strip of basically the coordinating paper, and I find that that just helps build the card. And I've got that on there now, and now I'll put the ribbon down, and the ribbon will just bring out that lighter color, that lighter green color to the rest of the card, and it's in the image as well, so it'll also pull out that color that's in the image. I'm just going to pull this straight down like this and flip it over, and that just helps to ensure my ribbon is nice and flat as well as straight. And that piece is on there now. I'm going to back it onto this purple color, and again this purple color again is pulling the purples not only in there but also the image. And I find that this works really well when building cards like this, is using the light colors from the image and the papers, and it just brings a consistency to the card. And once I've got that on there, I can put this on, and I can just make sure that I've got pretty much the same amount of space on the purple going around the entire card, that it's all even. And that's starting to look really good. I'm going to bring the card base in, and now I'm going to put this whole piece up again onto the white card base. Use my bone folder here and make sure that that is really on there and not going anywhere. And I really like that. Again, there's the purple in the middle, so those extra layers just help kind of bring out the colors in the card. Now I'm going to put my image now on this other purple mat, and this is the same purple that is on this mat here, so again keeping it consistent. And I'm going to bring this one on, and we'll get this layered up, and it'll just be easier to move the image around. And this is going to go up like this, and I'm going to have the sentiment basically hanging off the end. But as an accent, what I did was I used this die cut, and I used it out of the same cardstock that I stamped our sentiments on, and we're going to use this as a backdrop. And the best way to adhere this is with liquid glue. So I'm going to use wet glue here, and I'm going to use the same multi-medium matte Ranger adhesive that I've used in other videos, and I'm just going to lightly tap. Now I need to concentrate on the outsides a little bit more than the inside, because we are going to have stuff resting on that inside, which will help push it down. But just to make sure that nothing is going to lift up on the sides, I'm going to concentrate more on that upper image and a little bit on that part right here and here too. And just like in the other video that we did die cuts in, I tap off the extra just to get rid of that extra glue, because we don't want it oozing all over the place. Now before I put this down and start pressing on it, I want to make sure it's absolutely perfect. So I've got it on there, I like where it is, and now I'm just going to rest my hands gently on here just to add some pressure. Like I say, I don't want any of the glue really oozing, that's why I did the tap off, but just to make sure we're not making too much of a mess, we're not gonna like rub it, we're just gonna apply straight down pressure. And now that's on there really nice and flat. We can start building up the rest of the card. So this is going to be in the center of this lovely die cut. What I decided to do is to put up the image onto foam. So I'm going to put this up on the foam, and I'm going to back this on here. And make sure that none of that black foam is being shown from the outside, and then this piece is going to go in here. And I just showed in the other video how I made a little puzzle piece for the sentiment to slide into. Basically, it's like an L shape, and this is the same foam, and I'm going to just tuck it under there, and then I'm going to bring in my sentiment, and it's going to sit on top. Now I'm going to play with where I want all of this to sit before I actually adhere it down. I kind of like that this is all in the center basically this way, and that we can still see a little bit of the die cut here from the sentiment. So I'm going to pull this out, and I'm going to add some adhesive now to the back of the foam so I can get this down for good. And I'm just going to slide it into place there. And again, I'm just going to double check and make sure that everything is nice and straight and it's exactly where I want it before I put it down. It's a little bit difficult to move the foam once you have it placed down, but that looks good. And I'm going to just use my bone folder here just to ensure that it's nice and glued down. Now for this piece, I'm going to get my adhesive on here, and I'm going to bring my sentiment in as well just to make sure that everything is lined up and exactly where I want it before again, just to make sure everything's lined up before I actually put it all down. And again, I just want to move this just a little bit down here so that we're not covering too much of the image, and I really like that. So that can sit down there like that, and I'll just get the adhesive onto the sentiment part here. And again, I don't want any of that foam sticking out, and we want to make sure it's nice and straight. So I'm going to use the grid lines here to line up my card to make sure that this is on very straight. I'm just going to use my bone folder now to make sure that's on there nice and flat. Now that everything is on there, you'll find 3 of these bling, and you can add them to one of the corners of the cards, whichever corner you like. And I think that will just add a little bit of sparkle to this card. And I really like how that looks. It really flows with the rest of the card. It's not adding too much shininess, and it's not adding another color. So I really like how that looks. I'm going to just open up our card now and finish it off with the white insert. And there we go. That will finish off this 5th and final card in my everyday card kit, number 14. Love these colors, and again, I really like the use of the die cut here. Just add a little bit of decoration in behind, but not add too much. And love this sentiment, sending you happiness. I think this is a great sentiment. It's quite suited to many reasons why you'd want to send a card, and I just love the overall look of this card. So I hope you enjoyed not only this card, but the whole card kit series. There will be more card kits coming up in the future. You can check down below for the playlist for this entire card kit series, as well as there will be a link where you can purchase this card kit off of my website. So that will finish this whole series, and I hope that you enjoyed all the videos. You can check me out on my website at kellyscards.ca, and you can subscribe to not only this channel, but also my main crafting channel, which will also be linked down below. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day.